So what I want to do in this demo, Gimas, is talk about the materials, what's the same about them, what's different about them, and for those of you watching right now, get a sense of, oh, I didn't know that about the wrapping film. Now I can adapt to it and better know it, right?
So Justin, what you're trying to say to people is there is no bad material, there is no the best material.
Right.
You have to understand the properties to offer the best for the customer.
Yeah, I mean, Jeep is a good point. So basically, you know, I don't think anyone is better than anyone. I don't think a woman is not better than a man is not better than a woman. If you're tall, if you're short, if you're fat, or if you're skinny, we're all the same, right? It's just how you act. So the biggest thing is right now, with wrapping film, there's different brands, there's different types of material. And as long as you appreciate those differences, you can do cool things with it, right? So in this demo right now, we have 4 different types of film that we're going to be playing with. We have a digital print film that's cast, and this is from Arlon.
It's PVC.
PVC.
Okay.
Then we have a gloss clear. This is
3M.
3M. This is PPF.
PPF. PU.
Then we have a color change film. This is PVC, right?
Right. From
and
Arlon.
then we also have another PU film. This is from 3M, but this is a color change film. Very interesting.
Very interesting.
So, again, different types of films. So basically, we have cast PVC. We have PU. What's the same and what's different, right? So why don't we begin with stretch, right?
Let's do this.
Every material right now, okay, stretch is different than the others, right? This is PVC cast film. Gimas, why don't we just try to stretch this at room temperature and see what happens, right? So we're going to pull, right? And let's see, pull, hard, right? And
Ooh, that's good.
it's pretty good, but it broke, right? And not only did it break right now, okay, look what happened to the film, right? Is once we stretched it right now, Gimas, it stretched a lot, and it stayed stretched. Interesting. So right now, if you stretch it too much, it becomes brittle. The color changed quite a bit. So if this stretches too much, the color changes. And right now, if you try to put this on a car, not so good.
I would do that, but
because we stretched it too much.
Right.
But the thing is, what's kind of cool about this is if you take the heat gun right now, I'm going to hold it nice and loose, or I'll heat it, is if you take the heat right now, we can actually add light heat to it and watch what happens. Now the material shrinks back. So with PVC film, you can actually make it shrink, but when it does shrink, it shrinks kind of on itself, right? So it's different flow. So it stretches quite a bit, but it can break. When you do stretch it, it doesn't shrink back on its own naturally. To shrink it back, you have to use heat. Interesting.
Cool.
So that's PVC digital print film. Now we're going to take a strip of PU. So this film, if you don't know, this is a gloss film that people generally put on to protect the car from rock chips, right? So this is a different makeup. So this is polyurethane film, right? So let's stretch it, Gimas. Let's see what happens. So it's stretching. Oh, and look what happened right when we got to the point. Did you guys see what happened? So it was glossy, and then all of a sudden the top coat cracked. Interesting. If we let it go back now, the top coat stays cracked. Very interesting.
Unfortunately, this is not fixable.
It's not fixable.
Game over.
So right now, okay, it's stretched a lot, but even with heat right now, it kind of comes back, but it kind of doesn't. So this film, once we stretched it past 20%, the top coat cracked, and once it was done, it's done.
But I already paid attention on the data sheet, and some manufacturers, they put the PU can stretch over 200%.
Yes.
But what is interesting to know is without adhesive and without coating.
Yes.
So the PU is more stretchable, but when they make the sandwich, it's not so stretchable.
So again, if they put a top coat on it, it makes it a little fragile. The adhesive makes it a little fragile. So again, with PU film now, I know that we can only stretch it so much, and then we go out of bounds, right? So it's too much. So now let's go, this is a color change PVC film. This is from Arlon.
From Arlon.
So different jam. So now, right now, this is what's called a metallic film. So this is different than the print film. The print film was like just basically a solid film. This is metallic, and let's see what happens if we pull. And right now, very quickly it breaks, right? That's mainly because, not because the material is, let's say, made fragile. It's just these flakes in it make it fragile. So now this particular film, I know that it's very sensitive, and we could stretch it much less than the digital print.
Yep.
Is that good or bad? it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
the thickness. There is 2 layers, right? There is
Yes.
lamination on top, so makes stronger the film. That's why we could stretch more.
100%.
On this case, no, it's 8 mil,
8
probably.
mil. Yep.
Super
absolutely.
thin.
So interesting on that film. And so now we come up to the last film right now, and this one actually has a top cap sheet on it. We're going to take this off. And this is 3M's new film, right? So this is their film. That's their PWF. This is a paint protection film, but it's also a color change film. Interesting.
Super great.
So this one's thicker, and it's PU. Let's see how far we can stretch it. Same thing. Once we got to a certain point, that top coat kind of breaks and cracks. So again, right when we get to the 20% point, it fails in terms of the top coat. It doesn't break. Let's see how far we can stretch it without breaking. Wow, and watch what I do. If we let it go, it actually shrinks back. Wow. Interesting,
It
right?
feels like a rubber, right?
Yeah, so it's like basically a big rubber band. So now, if we're breaking it down in terms of the wrap instrument, in terms of stretch right now, what do we have to think about, Jeemus? We have to think of that the digital print film stretches actually quite a bit, but it doesn't shrink back great because we stretch it too far, right? The PPF film, the gloss, stretched good past a certain point, though it cracked. The color change film, PVC, could only stretch it so far before it broke. And the PWF could only stretch it so far before the same. So it's like, now we know how far it can stretch. That's step number 1, right? Now let's get to step number 2, Jeemus. So now, in this case right now, let's start off with the digital print. So one thing we like to do with the Wrap Institute is we like to do, test the film, see what it can do and what it can't do. So in this case right now, I'm going to, we already know about stretching, right? So let's take a piece right now and see how it slides across the surface.
Cool.
So in this case now, I'm going to take the piece, and this is SLX Plus, and it slides really good.
So easy.
So if I take this now, I can squeegee it, pick it back up, move in a different position, and we're good to go. If I do this.
You're fired.
I'm fired. I can pick it back up now, okay? And if I get those wrinkles now, let's see if those wrinkles come out with heat. So if I add a little bit of heat, those wrinkles disappear.
And that's one reason that most of installers prefer PVC films instead PPF, because it's fixable.
That's true.
It's easier to work with.
All right, Jeemus, so now we have this. This is the gloss PPF.
Yeah.
Let's see how this slides and glides across the surface.
Good luck.
So I'm going to take it here and... So what's the deal, Jeemus? So with this particular film, the adhesive is different. What's different about the adhesive?
Well, this is made to stick immediately, like 100%.
Okay.
And that's why we need some solutions to install the clear PPF. We need water and soap, a special soap.
Yep.
And so we have this property of slidability with water.
So right now, if I don't do that right now, you'll see in a perfect example what I'm doing is I'm applying this dry. And I could apply this without bubbles because I know how to wrap with these type of films. But in this case now, because it's clear, you can literally see every squeegee stroke.
Yeah.
So with a clear PPF, you cannot install it dry.
Unfortunately not.
But what about the 3M film? So let's cut a piece off of that. And so this is the evolution now, if you don't know about it, is dry apply PPF is, for me, the next stage.
There's a cap sheet.
There's a cap sheet on this right now. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to release the cap sheet. And you always want to either use masking tape, or I might use a little piece of film here. And you can pull this off. Now here's the deal, Jeemus. This is the same thing. It's PU.
PU.
Right? But instead of having to do it wet, I mean, it still grips. So right now, if it goes on the surface, it actually slides a little better.
That's so cool.
It slides better. So this has the control tack and comply on it, which is great. But right now, I can install it dry. And you don't see my squeegee strokes. They're there, but they're underneath the opaque surface now. So now, with dry apply PPF, you can actually do it without a solution, which is really nice. Keep that in mind, though, is some people like to install this wet. Interesting. Right?
Interesting. I wouldn't recommend that, but yeah, I know there's some people doing this.
Right. So with this particular adhesive right now, this again has the control tack and comply, right? So the last one right now is this. So now we're testing, let's say, let's go back to this. So let's say for this now, Jemus, what happens if you're squeegeeing and you don't pay attention and you get wrinkles?
Game over.
Is it game over?
I think so.
Maybe. So again, this is a PU film. We'll pick it up. And what I found with a PU film is I like to let it relax for a little bit. So I kind of relax it a little bit to here. So if I let it relax now, I'm going to take it back down. And does that wrinkle come out?
Yeah.
So right now, if you wrinkle this film, you can kind of see a light mark there, which is no good. So I'm going to pick it up to here now. Pick it up and see if that wrinkle goes away by its own. Interesting. It does not.
Yeah, I like to say to my students, PU is the strongest material after installed.
Yes.
Before, you have to be very gentle, and you have to have a very good game plan before you start.
Because if you get a wrinkle, in this case now, let's see if I can pick it up and make that wrinkle go away. So with the digital print film, I added heat and the wrinkle went away. So here I'm going to add light heat and I let it cool. And if I let it cool, I put it back down. And Jemus, what happened?
You fix it?
It fixed it.
Cool, man.
So now we got this white line. That was a big wrinkle before. Let's pick this back up and see what happens. So in this case now, we're going to pick it back up.
Of course, some mistakes are fixable, but depends how pressure you did, how bad is the wrinkle.
Those wrinkles are, that was a pretty hard wrinkle. And what I'm surprised about now, Jemus, now, is that heat took the wrinkle out. So what's interesting now is with PWF film from 3M, I can use heat on a low setting to self-heal the wrinkle.
That's very important tip,
Very
man.
important. So again, last one we get to now, this is Arlon's PCC.
PCC, yeah.
So this film, again, let's see how it slides.
Very well.
Very well. Same adhesive as what?
SLX Plus.
SLX Plus. Very similar, right? But it has a little bit more bite. It's interesting, all right? If I come here now, if I get wrinkles, So right now, again, this is a PVC film. So let me see if I pick it back up and I self-heal it. Remember, this film was very what?
Flexible.
Fragile.
Fragile.
I add some heat
Thin.
and I let it cool. And then I squeeze it back down. So the PWF from 3M self-healed great. But this film, if I put it back down, okay, and I'll just focus on the wrinkles here, they actually self-healed.
100%.
100%. Cool. All right. So that's number 2 in terms of wrinkles, self-healing. Number 3, slidability, right? Jemus, can you hand me the knifeless tape?
Design line?
Yes, sir. So one of the ways that we try to teach at the Wrap Institute is learning how to cut. So in this case right now, we like to always do a knifeless tape test and see how the material cuts with the knifeless tape. So Jemus, if you can cut me some strips right now, we're going to do a comparison. So I take knifeless tape to here, and we got 4 different types of material. So right now, the first one, I'm going to do PU. Jemus, how do you think knifeless tape is going to cut the PU?
I'm not sure if it works.
So right now, again, if you don't know knifeless tape, it's a product that's sold by 3M, and it's used so you can cut directly on the surface without cutting with a knife.
And knifeless was a game changer, right?
Oh.
10 years ago, maybe a little bit more.
But let's see how it cuts through PU.
Ooh.
Actually, not bad.
They are improving, huh?
I was surprised. So actually, that cut nice and clean. The edge is a little jaggedy right now. I can feel it. It's not super smooth, but that actually works surprisingly well. Now we'll do digital print, Jemus, right?
That's easy.
So this is SLX Plus. This particular film has their 3110 lamination on it. So this is around 90 micron, or around, let's say 3.8. That cuts like
butter.
Like butter. I like cutting butter, right? Because
Me
I
too.
like eating butter. So now that cut nice and smooth, right? So now, Jemus, let's do the next one. What's the next one? Let's do this. So now this one, if you don't know, right, this is actually thinner than this. So if you don't know, generally with wrapping film, kind of a rule of thumb, is that the thinner the film, in many cases, the easier it cuts with knifeless tape. So I come here, pull it quick, and that cut like
So nice.
butter again. So lots of butter going on right now,
Yeah.
which is cool. Now we'll go with the final one. So this is the PWF from 3M.
I'm curious
This
about
is
this one.
1.75% thicker then their 2080. So their 2080 film is a very popular PVC film. One tip to take off the cap sheet right now is I usually just take a scrap or a piece of masking tape, and you can do this, and that takes the cap sheet off without having to pick it with your finger. But again, this is thicker than 2080, and it's PU. So now I come here, release the knifeless tape, and I come into here, and I pull quick, and Jemus,
Cool.
it cuts good, but it doesn't cut great, right? So right now, I know for those of you out there, it's kind of hard to see, but basically right now, I'll take away the excess film here, and it just looks a little chattery. You can kind of see an edge to it, Jemus. So another option right now would be to do what?
Well, I would try to fix the cut with some heat.
You can add some heat here, and that might soften the edge. You can also use precision line, which is a wire from
Yeah.
3M, and we'll show that tomorrow. But in terms of knifeless tape, Jemus, not bad, right? So the PU film didn't cut nearly as good as PVC. Good to know, right? So that being said now, Jemus, one thing that's really important, I think, for a lot of people to understand, right, is overlaps, right? So a lot of the times, like Jemus at some point, and I will wrap this bumper. Or I'll let Jemus wrap this bumper, and I'll watch Jemus wrap this bumper, because it's hard, right? So the idea right now is this bumper, Jemus, could you wrap this bumper in one piece with any wrapping film?
Well, if you asked me 15 years ago, 20 years ago, I would say, hell yeah, let's do it in one piece, man.
Impossible.
Because I was stupid on that time.
Yes.
Now that I think I'm professional, I would break this bumper in several parts, just to guarantee the durability of my job.
So that means you're going to do inlays or overlays, right? So
All of
one
them.
thing that we try to teach on the Wrap Institute is that in this bumper right now, I think we'd wrap this bumper in, God, I don't know how many
23 parts?
I think so many parts, right? So in this case now, theoretically, we're going to wrap this piece in different pieces. That means we're going to have overlaps.
Right.
Now, Jemus, with digital print film, and I want you to imagine right now that you're doing a job and it's for a van or a wall. You know, the graphics that they put on whatever, floors. Standard graphics, right? So right now, okay, if I put this piece down, and obviously I'm not going to match up the graphics right now, but generally, when you're doing graphics for print, the overlap needs to be how big, Jemus?
Let's say half centimeter, sometimes 2 millimeters is the length.
I think generally with digital print film, your overlap needs to be at least that wide.
Okay.
And the reason why is you're going to register the graphics. And you need enough to register to make sure everything lines up, but also you have to secure the hold, right?
Right.
So in this case now, if I'm doing an overlap in this case, the overlap needs to at least be 2 centimeters. And that ensures good long-term hold and allows you to line up the graphics precisely. Extremely important. So again, the rule of thumb with commercial graphics, when you're doing overlaps on the body for the most part, is you want to have a very thick overlap.
Right.
Right? So here's what's different about, let's say, I'll cut this off for visual. Let's say, Jemus, we're wrapping and we're doing the bumper. And we're doing it with Arlon's PCC. Right? Here's how I would make the overlap, right? I'm going to find a body line. I'm going to take the piece and I'm going to run the knifeless tape.
And that's make the whole difference, man. Always seam the piece on body lines.
Yes.
That makes the whole difference.
So in this case now, I know the customer's generally going to look this way, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, let's say, the piece in the middle or the piece on the bumper. And the art of an inlay, Jemus, is hiding it on the body line.
Right.
What are the common mistakes I see people in you see people in your class make in terms of making overlaps? Crooked, not on the right spot?
Yeah.
Yep. So generally, if you make overlaps right now, you have to make them on the body line so they disappear, right? So in this case, I run my finger, and check it out. I'm going to take the edge of the green that I just installed, or the green tape, and I'm placing it exactly on the edge of the piece I just wrapped.
And this, we are talking about 2 millimeters.
Yes.
Overlap.
So right now the string is just on the inside here. So I can take this piece now, take it over, and again, Jemus, this material is around 3.3 mil thick, or it's around 80 microns. So the idea right now is it's thin, right? And therefore, in many cases, with the overlap now, I can make the overlap about 1/8 of an inch.
From here, I barely can see the overlap.
And if you do it right, it just totally disappears. So
amazing.
With PVC color change film, you could do 1/8 of an inch, right? With digital PVC film, you should do 2 centimeters. But now here's what's interesting is GMIS, now we have to get to this one. So let me see a good spot to show this on. I'll pick this up over here.
What
and I'll
about
basically
this
do the
here?
same spot. Or I can do it there. So I'm going to pick this up. And GMIS, can you grab me the precision line from the
Precision
back?
line.
So GMIS is now going to give me a different type of knifeless tape that 3M recommends for PU film.
Precision line.
So I have this set up, and while GMIS is doing this, I'm going to remove the cap sheet by placing a piece on the surface. Pulling quick. Or maybe the cap sheet's already taken off this one. There we go. Cool. GMIS, how we're looking back there? Okay, so we'll just kind of do this here. I'll show a good tip and trick for this now. Is I'm going to now, on the first run, I'm going to cut this well, we'll see. So GMIS, what I'm going to do now, again, I want the visual to go this way, right? Is I'm going to take the piece, and I'm going to place it here. Now, we know that this doesn't cut great, right? So it cuts okay, but I think on this thing, on an overlap right now, it might look a little funky. So one tip I recommend people to do with knifeless tape, and if they're working with PWF, right, is what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my squeegee, and I'm going to set this up exactly on the string, kind of angle my knife into the string from side to side. So you really want to set this up nice and clean. And then what I'm going to do, GMIS, is I'm actually going to cut on the knifeless tape.
I do this sometimes when I break the line.
Yeah. So if the line breaks right now, that's definitely a good trip. But right now, basically, I made my cut. I can pull this away. And I know if I made a good cut, if this comes off in one piece, which it did.
Super
and what's
clean.
cool is I can actually use this again, GMIS. So now what I'm going to do, watch this. And this is a very important that I highly recommend for people who are just getting into dry apply PPF right now, is check this out. Is I make the overlap bigger, right?
And why?
Well, it's a couple reasons. A lot of the manufacturers put a top coat in here, which protects it, which lowers the surface energy. Plus, because it's PU and it's thicker GMIS, I think it's better to do a wider overlap. So if you do it correctly, it looks good, and it holds up much better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click my blade one more time, right? Then I'm going to find the knifeless tape, and I just cut lightly on it.
So the knifeless is guiding your cut.
Yeah, the string of the knifeless tape is actually holding the tip of my blade because I got that nice angle coming in.
Cool.
So I remove the top piece now, and I pull this out. It comes off in one piece.
Great.
Then I come back and seal the deal. So again, I still think the overlap GMIS looks good.
From here, I don't see it anything.
But it holds up much better. So again, with dry apply PPF color change film, wider overlap. With digital print film, 2 centimeters or more. And with PVC color change film, 1/8 of an inch. Interesting. So again, now you understand a little bit about this demo. Is we did this demo with dry apply PPF, clear, wet apply, digital print, color change.
Just to close here, when we seam clear PPF, we do not overlap.
No.
Not ½ inch, 1/8 inch, no.
That's a good point.
We put like we do like a butt joint, right? As you recall.
Let me cut this in half, and that's actually a good point. We'll kind of end with this one. So essentially with gloss, you're going to butt joint. So no butt cracks, just butt joints. 2 centimeters, 1/8 of an inch, or 2 millimeters. This I would say is a solid ½ centimeter, right?
Yes, it is.
And this one's a butt joint.
Yeah.
So now, okay, for this demo, and maybe Sergey, if you want to come over here. Sorry about that. So again, what I want you guys to appreciate is the differences, right? So all these at the end of the day are a giant sticker, but they're very different, right? And what we try to teach on the Wrap Institute and in this demo right now is to appreciate the differences. I appreciate you, that you're Brazilian.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate Sergey. I appreciate everyone on my team, and we all come from different countries. And I appreciate everyone here at the World Wrap Masters, a wide range of people from different countries right now. And it's exciting. They all have their own unique style. And at the end of the day, what are they putting on as stickers? But if you know how to put these stickers on and adapt to each one, God, wrapping becomes a lot of fun.
It's all that we want. Happy customers.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, we have quality, we have durability, and we have efficiency, and that's what we're all about. Cool.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. So with that, that concludes the demo, the last demo for day one. Jimas, it was great working with you again.
It was a great day today, man.
And we'll have 6 more demos tomorrow. They're going to be super exciting ones. So again, with that, thank you all for watching, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.